It's your boy DJ Hec, one and to my right.
Hey, what up? What up? It's your boy King Lewis. How y'all doing, baby?
Y'all already know King Lewis back up in the studio. You already know. You already know.
See, man, what's going on, man?
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
It's good, good, good. So today's topic, which one of them is government shutdown.
Yeah, politics.
Yo, that's it. Yo, like all y'all people that been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Want to sell your food stamps, and you depend on that one day.
Yeah, man.
To sell your food
Everybody
stamps,
trying to get food stamps now too.
You know what I'm saying? The crackheads out there.
Yeah, man.
And everybody
Hold
else.
on, what, the crackheads?
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, that's why they want cash for. They can't sell. They can't get crack with food stamps.
Nah, I mean, but just like even going to like the middle class or even like, you know what I mean? Like, healthcare systems is like at all time high. Everyone and their mama trying to get. It's so much administration going on within the whole system itself.
Yeah.
That it's like they're in everything. You know, it's absolutely even care. And it's like did that whole thing. I don't think like
no, because everybody this is the thing. Everybody thought that he was playing. Y'all keep playing with that man. That man's gonna show y'all he could do it. All right, man. He's the president of United States. Right. That's it. He could do what he want to do. Okay, trust me.
Nah, I just
and
think
look,
he's a puppet.
I got some people right now that's in the industry. You know what I'm saying? The government. Yeah. They ain't getting out one paycheck, bro. They gotta have some type of system to help people out when something like this happens. Cause it ain't people's fault, right? It's the whole White House thing, Trump thing, and politics and
so
that's,
I'll
know
tell you what it is. It's called bureaucracy. So pretty much, and like. Almost every corporation, almost every, you gotta understand, there's like a system, right? And it's more like you gotta see it like a secret. I'm not even talking about like no weird conspiracy. It's kind of like a theory. So you know, more or less, that like a lot of groups have like you have people you know that own the system, and then you got people that work for the system that like manage the system. You gotta understand that most of these managers and stuff like they exploit their you know their own workers so they could be able to keep a certain amount of wealth and just having the money flow. You know what I mean? But a lot of like so the whole system is just exploited more in a way where it's like to be a bureaucrat is to like take everything for yourself and not really share that portion or just within the system. There's a lot of greed that goes on, especially, you know, with like the people that own the system. You know what I mean? Does it make sense? So if we're talking about, let's talk about like the military.
Okay.
Or like schools, like institutions, right?
Suffering right now because the military they out there working, but they working for no money right now.
Yeah. So let's say for example like schooling, or like not schooling. Let's say for like insurances. So the people, the guy that owns United Health, which I think is United Health. Okay. You gotta understand that. So the managers in there, like the administration, they're not getting paid a lot. You know what I mean? It's usually like the people that are more higher than that, or usually the owners of the insurances or like the insurance companies. Okay. They're like, if you see the payments between 2016 to now, it's skyrocketed like hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? As opposed to like the regular worker, they're actually decreasing. You know what I mean? So a lot of you understand, everything's bureaucratic. So they're taking all the money for themselves, and they're just keeping it within that circle.
Yeah, I could tell. So, I could tell because if you notice, the only ones that's suffering now here is the lower class.
Yeah, of course. That's how they want the system to be.
Nobody wants to sit here and hear, yo, I'm not getting my food stamp. Yo, you got kids to feed. Yeah. Maybe the system when it comes to your rent and all that other stuff, they could understand. Right. But who's gonna understand when your kid is hungry? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting ridiculous. Right. Not only that, he just spent I think $100 million on getting a new ballroom in the White House. Yeah. Well, this is happening. Supposedly he's paying that out of his pocket, and it ain't coming out of taxpayers. Yeah. Wait for that one.
So there's this theory, right, that money isn't so finite as people think it is. If I'm even using that word right. So they like to, you know, it's so complex.
It is. Right? It is. It definitely
you gotta
is.
understand, right? The let's just say even like the state. We won't even be talking about like the United States itself, but just like certain states within the United States.
Okay.
Let's say Miami, for example, or like Florida.
Okay.
And then you have the city of Miami, you know, so they get really overpopulated. So when you get really overpopulated, it's really hard to just keep giving money out. So instead, what we could do is generate more workers. The more hard workers you generate, the more money that's... Why do you think a lot of people are quitting their jobs?
Because they're scared to go because ICE is going to take them.
Right. So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, right? Exactly. That's perfect. So they want to build a system where they get to keep... Where the winner takes all, and then how can we make the society more miserable and more individual, like, rather than a community. So they don't want people to be like together, community. They want all the wealth for themselves. So that's just gonna make people do the same thing.
Okay.
So everyone, instead of striving, they're more like the survival, mindset, where it's like, again, winner takes all. So again, with every corporation, every company, every business, that's what they're doing, especially in the government. You know what I mean? So they're like, they want to give off this idea like money's scarce. Like why we have wars in the first place is because they tell you that we have these wars, we're fighting for resources because resources are very limited. Mm-hmm. But let's say, for example, we print money. We literally print money.
Yeah, we do.
We have a central bank system that prints money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we burn them too. We take the old money with the old serial number.
Yeah,
billions and billions of dollars, and we burn it. It's weird.
So why not give that to the community then? Why not like donate to the? Why? Because they want people. Because if we do that, or if they do that, then people are no longer gonna want to work.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna come to the realization that money isn't as scarce as people think. Because we spend it on the military, we spend it on the government. We get taxed, you know what I mean? And then they give us, like, what, the most minimum amount back for, like, tax season or whatever?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But most of it, like, bro, everyone's, like, you're paying for their advanced weaponry, their advanced military. They have control of everything. The central banking system has control of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you really think about it, like, apparently there's this theory that there's really only 4 actual main corporations that own all these other corporations like McDonald's, Walmart, all these franchises, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They have control of all these things, And then it all ties down to the central banking system. Why? Well, they have control of the money. They have control of where the funds go for the government. Yeah, the budgeting for the government.
They have control of a lot of things. They have control
whether people get their food stamps or not, the tax, all that, you know what I mean? All that stuff, you gotta understand, war is not for resources. War is a distraction to make us feel like resources are scarce, like oil, gas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Money, food, you know what I mean? Because those are the resources that are essential to us, right?
Right.
But you go down to your probably McDonald's or a Burger King, and you see like a whole bin of like extra buns.
Yeah.
That, mind you, it's brand new, but they just threw it out because it's too much of it. It's the same thing with like money. It's not that we don't have a little bit, or it's not that it's scarce. It's just that we have an abundant amount, and if we give it out to everybody, then no one's gonna want to work. And guess what? If no one's gonna want to work, then nobody gets rich or wealthy.
Yeah.
So it's how the wealthy stay wealthy and how the poor stay poor. Like it's kind of meant to be that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, I still.
The thing about people, this misconception is that they think, like that the system is supposed to be just. That you're gonna have people in there that has any type of these are soulless people. These Republicans, these people in the politician world, they're soulless.
Okay.
They don't see like life how we see it. You know what I mean? Like they're soulless. You kind of have to be. There's no moral inside the politician world. It's the way the world runs. Because if so, then you can't save everybody. You can't help everybody. It's never going to be enough for anyone anyway. So why not just take it all for ourselves and we give the bare minimum to the people? But
you mean to the lower class people?
To the lower class, yeah.
That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, of course. And then it becomes what? An individual society because there's so much. Listen. New York, LA, all these big cities, Miami, they're what you call mega cities. You know what I mean? So the money that we give out or that we get taxed for, they use that to invest in the infrastructure of the city. And the more of the city, the more of the individual we become, and we don't really care about other people.
Okay.
So then you're going to realize that most of these corporations, they go bankrupt. They go bankrupt because they're the ones taking the money. So like university, schools, you have the professor. Look at how much the professor's actually getting paid, their salaries. It's staying stagnant. So it's not that it went lower, but it's stagnant. So they're making that what, 60, or they're capping at like 80,000 a year.
Yep.
And then you go to the people that are higher than them, you know what I mean? That they're making, they start off like from 80 and then they're at like 200K now. But they do the bare minimum of work. So how can we do the bare minimum of work and still be able to keep the most amount of money?
Right.
And then the people that are doing the hardest work, we just keep them stagnant. We don't really, look, the wages haven't gone up, but everything else has gone up.
Yeah.
Tariffs, all that has gone up. But why hasn't the minimum wage got up?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Come on, it's right in front of people's face, man.
It's all about control, right? It's all about control. Just like
Exactly.
I don't know if you heard about it. Glock, they discontinued Glock
Why?
because they decided to be like, yo, you know what?
They discontinued.
They did. Yeah, look it up.
I didn't know that.
Go on your phone, look up why they discontinued Glock. So now you can't buy a Glock like you used to. Now they're gonna come out with a new Glock that you can modify the way you want it to. So that's the problem. The problem is, look,
man.
I don't like the fact that you could sit there and push that trigger faster than I can.
Yeah, but they're still gonna.
I don't. But look. I don't like the fact that you could put a better scope on the Glock. How about this? I could put a $3 switch on my Glock and make it a fully automatic.
Yeah.
They don't like that. The government don't like that. So they say, you know what, Glock? We don't like your guns anymore. We want a new Glock. A new Glock that you cannot modify, which is fucked up. But whoever got Glocks now, they are modifying an original back in the day because it's the Gen, all the way from the Gen 5 all the way down. No, Gen 5 all the way down.
Yeah.
Your gun is worth a lot of money because some people gonna want that gun.
Of course, and then you gotta understand that they can also do like 3D printing and all that whatnot. I think a lot of it has to do with like street crime and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because you gotta understand most of these people they have switches on. They like.
Yeah, but they're gonna you got criminals that's gonna do it again. They're gonna be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna pay.
They're gonna find a way.
Instead of paying the $3, I paid the $5 to do it. See, it's not a big difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna find a way. They're always gonna find a way of manipulating the system, right?
Right.
So, but I think what's going on is that the government and what's going on is that we could do what we want to do.
We as in who?
And
the government,
the government, the people that got control of situations like Glock. Glock is one of the biggest manufacturers in the world.
It's a franchise. It's a franchise. So So companies like that are franchises. You gotta understand, like, they're really the ones that are in control of their own. But it's more or less like it's what can make us more wealthy, and what do we like. If we don't have to spend as much money on making our like weaponry advance, and we keep this little portion to the people that we would like to have.
Yeah.
And so, how do we spend less money on this and make more money out of it? Right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like vehicles or anything that kind of gets manufactured nowadays. It's not really manufactured, built to last. It's more or less like marketing. How can we market this to come out more valuable than what it actually is? You know what I mean? And that's what everything, whether it's with weapons or it's with, and also like you said, they want this control. They kind of already have that. They
got it. They got it because at the end of the day, nobody's getting food stamps right now.
But that's what you gotta understand.
Listen, nobody's eating right now. Nobody's eating. Well, the lower class is not eating.
It's gonna turn totalitarian real fast.
Listen,
and it's gonna be. This is what you're gonna call a nation state. So
is it time for people to just get off fucking food stamps? Get off it. It's hard. I know. Get a better job. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like get off the food stamps because that's suffering. Also, it's not
that government easy though. When they don't have,
hold on. Ain't it affecting the Social Security right now too?
What the food stamps?
The government shutdown. I think it's affecting.
I don't know if
Social Security is affecting military. It's affecting courthouses. But they all working just to work because they don't want to get fired. It's even affecting the airport.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, it's a government shutdown.
This is getting crazy.
So they have to shut down the government, and then also you're gonna send the U.S. is in debt, but we're the ones that print. Okay, so the U.S. is in debt. And I think apparently they have to do things like this. This is not the first time this happened, though. Like, I think they did this, like, last year or not. I think, like, 2-3 years ago. Or, like, last year. I don't know how many times they done it.
What are you talking about?
Like, it's not the first time.
When they shut down the government.
Yeah, so they shut down the government.
Yeah, but that lasted a couple of days only.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to last that long. It's just kind of like a procedure, I guess.
It's been, like, already, like, 30, gonna be a month now.
Man, they just...
Yeah, but that's a month worth of what's gonna happen. Is these people gonna get paid for this? Are you gonna get back paid for this? Or what's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen
at the end of the day, it's like people gonna be late on rent. People gonna be late on like the mortgages. People gonna be late on everything. Yo, and then on top of that, like I was saying before, yo, the kids are hungry.
Yeah.
Kids are hungry. Like what do you do in this situation?
Man. I think it's gonna it could be a lot of things. Yeah. A civil war. I think that can happen.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what's gonna happen?
A world at war.
Yeah, but you know, if we have a civil war, what's gonna happen is these people are so fucking stupid. All right.
Yeah.
What happens is you start burning down our shit. You start breaking our shit. You start robbing our own people.
Yeah, that's the point.
Right. And then you're gonna have a lot of people gonna be like, yo, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm gonna kill because you come in my home.
Yeah.
You're gonna get shot.
Exactly. That's
right.
That's
if
what
I fear for my life and my wife's life and my kids and my grandkids, whoever's in my home, and you come in my home, I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
All right. But that's not the point. The point is they're gonna act stupid. It's like, yo, you can't even do a civil war right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is what's wrong with people nowadays. Go against the right people.
The system is corrupt. It's not just the people. You gotta understand how this became about in the first place. Like it's corrupt. You know, again, like people expect the system to be just. It's not just. And they expect it to be. No, it's not. Like what it is that it's wealthy people who want to kind of like stay wealthy, and then whenever they want to feel like heroes, they create chaos themselves.
Yeah.
And then we look up to them because then we think that they're also the ones. It's like V for Vendetta. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
The guy creates a whole disease and he also comes up with the cure. So now all of a sudden he's the hero. It's the same thing it's the same concept that the system uses. Let's create chaos, but let's also come up with a solution to chaos so people could just follow us and believe that we're the ones that are, you know, that we're the only ones that can make a cure for this. Whether if it's like a civil war or it's like something as simple as like a government shutdown. Well, it's not that simple, but like there's things like this that they have control of that they also have the solution to.
Yeah.
That nobody else really has because we don't really have any type of control of that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a real like, oh man, it's a gray area when it comes to that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But it's all filled with bureaucratic, wealthy, rich, powerful people. You know?
Yeah.
And it's gonna keep happening like that. It's not gonna. And then that's what makes the system more corrupt. And the more corrupt it becomes, the more war and famine and all these things start to like take over. And then, you know, you got to understand there's no way out of this. This kind of has to go this way.
Yeah.
We built a machine, which being the machine being like the system itself. They created the system itself and now it's just kind of running on its own engine.
Yeah.
So because it's running on its own engine, there's no way to counter it. And nor do they want to because who doesn't want to be rich?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to stay wealthy? Listen, there is this example that the psychologists use, and I'm going to make it fast. There's this monkey. It's called Monkey Island, right?
Okay.
These are flesh-eating monkeys, right? So the guy was like, or I guess the professor was like, if you were to take example, let's say, you know, humans were to like travel, you know, let's say they go from here like this regular life, and they were to just transport or just, transport into this monkey flesh-eating island. We're just filled with monkeys, right? And there's just like 5-10 human beings. And they got to figure out a way to survive in that island because there's no way out of it, right? How would you do it? Or would we even survive in the first place? How do you think they would do it?
They would eat the other monkeys, no?
No, right? So what you would do is you start...
Wait, did I say that wrong?
No, hear me out, right? So that's what people like would think, right? Oh, we got to like eat the monkeys. We got to like kill them, right? So let's say these monkeys are a lot stronger than you. They're a lot more adapted. Remember, they're on this island. All they know is to survive and eat you.
Okay.
You know, what they don't have that we can do, right? The guy would have said that we most likely would have developed a common language, right? So we develop a common language and then we create this society. But we have to keep it a secret amongst the people because if it's not secret, then we're all going to die. You know what I mean? So we develop a common language, right, that we all understand together, right? and then whatnot. And then we figure out all these ways into learning how to adapt, not run away, just like adapt. And we create a structure on top of it, right? And then eventually we learn how to craft weapons, we find weapons, and then we kill the flesh-eating monkeys. And then what happens after that? The more people start to overpopulate or start to populate the island. Now it's just human beings, and we're starting to have babies, and then it becomes this whole, like, city.
Okay, but where's this going at?
Hear me out.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that the secret doesn't stay a secret. The secret stays a secret. So that means it's only amongst specific individuals. That's what the government is.
Yeah.
That's what central banking is. It's a secret. It's a system filled with secret societies within them, right?
Correct.
That they really kind of only hold the power, you know? And in order to get into that, it's almost impossible. You have to be rich. You have to be powerful. You have to be kind of like grandfathered in. So the possibility of trying to like have or be one of those few people who will have control and power over the world,
okay,
it's damn near almost impossible. You kind of already have to be into it.
Yeah,
and then they have all these.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with like universities. You go to universities and then they have these frat things. These what do you call them?
Oh, we could just put it better than that. We could put it like this. We could be like, we in the hood. Yeah. We know nothing but hood, but the hood also teaches you how to be outside the hood and not act hood. But when you around hood, you know what I'm saying, like you could adjust or either like hood or society that's not hood.
So let's do more like a relatable one.
All right.
Right? So let's do like a corporation. So like you work at a job, right?
Uh-huh.
So we work at a job, right? Even if it's like a side hustle.
Okay.
So you work at a job, but let's say like you're like a full-time employee, you're part of the low kind of middle class, right? You work as a regular employee. You have the employees, like, I don't know, let's say like I can't say any specific places on here, you know, for reasons. But let's say you go to a really big, you know, supermarket that most people will shop at. I think you kind of know where I'm getting at with this.
Yeah.
You have employees, you have supervisors, you have managers, and then you have the people that are on top of the managers, and then you have the business owners.
Yeah.
Right? You see how it's all separated? Okay, cool. So the managers, they're never going to tell you that, oh, this employee's doing good, this employee. No, most managers, they're greedy. They're just like the people that own the corporation already.
Yeah.
Because they want to what? They want to keep their position, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the pressure's on the managers, yes?
Correct.
And then the employees kind of just are, you know, they don't mind being at the bottom because they realize that being a manager or anyone that's at a certain position on top, it's kind of hard to get because you have, that's what you call gatekeepers. People gatekeep their position. Mm-hmm. So they tell you that there's no positions available or that this and that, and it's really just people gatekeeping because they don't want you to take their position or take their money. It's no different. That's exactly how the system is. It's called bureaucracy. That's what you call bureaucracy, is when people, you know, they establish a common language and they keep it a secret within themselves, and then they keep only specific or select few within that either society or that group, whether if it's like managers, corporations, or, you know, like businesses or hood, you feel me?
So pretty
gangs,
much,
all that. It runs the world. That's what runs the world. You have to keep something the secret. We have to develop a common language, and only us will survive. We keep this, and we strive throughout the rest of life. This is what creates the generational wealth. Yeah, and we don't ever have to get the secret out of it to anybody.
Got you.
And that's what keeps the low class low and the rich class. We have to be separate.
So pretty much what you're saying is, people, the government shut down, don't matter. You fucked.
Yeah,
that's it.
Regardless,
there's nothing what you say.
What you can do,
you could say.
No, there's nothing you can do.
You fucked. That's it.
You don't have any control.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you gotta understand, there's something that we have that you gotta understand. There's cons to both sides. Right. Obviously, there's one side that just lacks, you know, any type of morality. They really have no control of themselves because they're getting told what to do. They're constantly busy. They're literally a soulless. They're a soulless robot, just doing what they're told. They're on autopilot all the time. You gotta think about people like the president, people that are like, they're like generals, that are like secretary. All they care about is money and wealth. They want more of it. They don't really care for life itself. They don't care for any of that. All they care about is power and holding power. That's when people ask, like, but why? Why is government? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing it? They don't care. That's not something that they really care about. They don't care about what you think. What they care about is how can we keep this under our control.
Gotcha.
So if it means we have to start wars, then we do that. If it means we have to, you know, then we do all that stuff. You feel me?
Yeah, I got you.
Come on.
I got you. So let me ask you a question.
What's up?
So we're going to change topics right now.
Yeah, switch it.
All right.
Yeah.
So pretty much before I change the topic, people, I've been getting your emails.
Yeah.
And you pretty much fucked, man. I mean, yo, the government shut down. Yo, we all gonna just feel it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all right next time. It's gonna be all right. Just you know, if your kids are hungry, whatever, man, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds so bad.
No, because yo, listen, man, yo,
you got on a pocket.
What you mean?
You know, if your kids are hungry,
if your kids are hungry, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna. Yo,
and what exactly is that?
Whatever
what
you
exactly
choose.
Is that?
Whatever you choose. I'm just gonna keep it as that. I'm just gonna keep it as that. Check this out. We're gonna change topic.
What's up?
Okay. So, have you ever been on a turnpike or all that stuff, and you see landscaping people, and you like it's in the morning, bro. Like maybe like 5:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning. They doing the landscaping for the county, and they have their little yellow and white strobes
all the time,
for somebody.
Every day. There's always construction. All the time. It's all Miami, like all the time.
And you know, you got people that don't pay attention. So what is it that they do for you to pay attention and know up ahead there's something going on?
People don't pay attention as in like they're like traveling too fast or something.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to put on like maybe hazard lights or something, or
hazard
like
lights,
something to like indicate that hey, like there's something up ahead.
Okay.
Kind of like what truckers do sometimes. They will like flash each other to let them know that hey, there's just like some going your way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Something.
So you use these strobes for somebody not to hit you because what they call emergency strobes. Red and blue lights, they're emergency strobes. White lights, emergency strobes, but they all used for a purpose.
Yeah, for a
and
reason.
I'm not encouraging you to get strobes and throw them on there because it's illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're like impersonating.
I own a locksmith business.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wake up early in the morning because we open 24 hours. And, you know, I got somebody, whatever the case may be, working. Then I get up and I do what I got to do. And it be dark. So I got strobes all over mine. I got green and yellow strobes. Okay.
Yeah.
And I normally in the morning I leave out of the house and I only put my back ones on because you know people are still tired. They're waking up to take their kids to school. Their brains are still dead. So I put my back ones on. Okay. I put my back ones on just for nobody to run behind me. Is it legal? I don't know. We can have a conversation about that.
You're impersonating like someone who's
but like who what?
All right, so look.
It's okay. So let me finish. Let me finish before you give your sample. Let me finish.
All right.
So let me remind you that my locksmith is like I also do like what AAA does. Like they pull to the side in the highway. You know what I'm saying? We open up doors. We even do stuff for police if they needed a car open or you know a baby trapped in a car, whatever. Yeah. So we thought we pull to the side. If it's a highway, we throw our strobes on, whatever the case may be, right? So this day I decided to because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, it was early in the morning, it was dark, so I threw my back strobes on.
Yeah.
Now tell me what's wrong about that?
Okay, listen. I told you I was going to be on your side on this one.
You don't need to be on my side, but what's wrong about that?
Well, first and foremost, I can tell you this. There's a reason why they have taillights, right? On your vehicle. That's what indicates stop, go. Your hazard lights are also attached to your taillights. So you don't need strobe lights because that's the case in every car would need strobe lights. It kind of is on the person who's not paying attention. But
okay. All right, yeah, you got me a little bit on that one. But I can also tell you this. Let's look up the facts now. People that run behind other people, even if you got to stop a stoplight on your tail and whatever the case may be, what happens? They still run behind you. Now, if you look up the history of how many times somebody ran into somebody that has strobes, even if it's white strobes, yellow, green, you know what I'm saying? Nothing that's advertising something else.
I don't know, not Miami.
How many times have you heard of that they ran behind something that has strobes?
Barely.
More than
Barely.
So this is why I put them on early in the morning. But when you had the law, I almost became a felon. Okay? Yeah. For no apparent fucking reason.
No, for a reason.
No. It was because I had an officer. I have proof. Yeah. I have the officer that's waiting in line, which I should have never done this. Let me remind you that I'm leaving at home with my strobes on. Got nothing to do with the strobes. Yeah. I'm getting to the turnpike. I see there's a long line on my left-hand side. There's a police there. I try to cut in. I threw my signal lights on. Legit. Okay? This fucking guy pulls me over and says, he just starts a whole big thing. All right? And I almost became a felon for no apparent reason because he was waiting online for 45 minutes. This is what I feel. He got mad because I cut him in the front. Well, I didn't cut him. I did everything legit and didn't even get to cut anybody.
Man, you cut that man.
Matter of fact, how about this? Let's run the video.
All right.
Let's run the video.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
All right. Well, that's what we're gonna do. We got the video there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna run the video real quick.
Yeah.
And let's see how that goes. All right. Here we go.
Impersonating a police officer. How? Putting on lights and trying to cut into traffic.
I don't have my front lights on.
It doesn't matter. You have the back lights on, so everybody can see it.
Those are
so it's your choice.
No, wait, hold
Tell me
on.
why you have the lights on.
Those are security lights.
Those are security lights.
Those are when I put my brakes. Sir, when I put my brakes on, those go on.
Then it's wired illegally.
How?
You mean to tell me you don't have any? You have any weapons in the car?
No, sir. And I wasn't pulling nobody over, so I wasn't doing that illegal.
What are you doing with the lights on, trying to cut into traffic?
No, I put my signal lights because I didn't know they were.
Your signal lights don't put the green and yellow lights on.
When I was pulling in. My lights been on since I left out the house.
All right. So this is the proof right here. Me pulling out the house early in the morning.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see
You can actually clearly see it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to find an argument, but what I don't want to misinterpret is when you say that I'm pulling in lane.
Are you a funeral service?
No, I'm at emergency calls at all time locksmith company, so we keep them on.
But that doesn't mean you're allowed to drive around lights on. You have zero authority to drive around lights
Okay, so
on.
now I know.
You told me when you apply your brake.
Yeah, when I apply my brake. Go ahead. Go back there.
They're not on right now. I'm looking at them. They're not reflected on my car. Those lights are not on.
I did not
intentionally turn those fucking lights on to try to cut into traffic.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You ain't gonna get me. But I'm not personally no police, nobody for no time.
Yes or no? It's very simple. The statute is very clear.
Yeah, red and blue lights.
Are you a funeral director?
No.
Or are you
I'm a professional.
Site?
I'm a professional locksmith. We pull over to the side on the road.
Driving all the way down the street with those lights on is perfectly legal for you to cut in from the straight lane. That's what you're telling me.
No,
right?
when you.
No, that's not true because you told me initially.
Listen.
Okay, I'll be back at you.
No, but I got my registration. Hold up. Break, they blink. That's illegal.
That's a totally different situation.
But I'm just saying, though, that's illegal. And the reason I got the flag, you know, I'm a locksmith. We pull over to open up locks for cops and all that stuff.
That's not the reason you were trying to cut into traffic with those lights on.
But I didn't put that on for the cut in traffic, sir. You trying to get
you can give me the bullshit story. You issued one citation. Okay?
All right. Okay. So now, like I was saying, now that you see the full video, okay, I get what I did was wrong, pulling. As you see, I have my signal light on. He tried to say that I put on my strobes to turn in.
Okay, so where he was wrong at was him trying to say that you did it for a reason that you didn't do it for. You already initially had the lights on. The thing is that you still can't do that because you're not technically on call at that point in time. Or,
Correct.
Yeah, it makes sense. I just think the guy was a dickhead. I'm not gonna lie.
All right,
bro, you're listen, you're one of those people that you got the job because everyone had bullied you in high school or in school, and then now you're mad at life. So now that you have some sort of authority, you kind of abusing on people because you're really deep down insecure inside. I don't know, maybe because your dick is small or something. I don't know. That's usually what it is. Yeah. So that's kind of the people you kind of deal with, and they're called cops.
Yeah. But what's crazy is, this is what I say: how your life could just change that fast.
Yeah, of course.
I have a clean record. Okay. He could have made me a felon.
Of course.
I would have went to jail for impersonating the police, which is not red and blue, by the way.
No, they're green and yellow. Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
I think if they were red and blue though,
if they were red and blue, I would have went to jail immediately.
Because you're impersonating the cop.
Absolutely.
You're done for it.
You'd be a dumbass if you get red and blue lights.
They're red and blue, but you know what it is though, bro? They hate when you cut them. It's they want to look for a reason, bro. I'm telling you, you literally have people that shoot each other, out in these streets, and the one thing they're worried on is the person that's not bothering nobody. That's usually you. And the reason why is because it's just easier. It's easier to deal with people like that because you can just write them a citation, boom, going about your way. But they're more than willing to like make sure you catch a felon if you like even try to. Bruh, you see the way they talk to people?
Yeah, like I'm trying to explain to him, yo, look.
Like first and foremost, how do you expect me to explain myself if you keep talking over me? You know what I mean? And then also it's like, don't bullshit me, don't do. It's like, listen,
and like you telling me,
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You're so much more mature than me. I can't like, listen. I have anger issues.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm one of those that I would smack the shit out of that cop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care, like, who do you think, you're not talking, like, stop talking to me. Like, you think because you could talk to me a certain way because you have a badge.
Yeah, he felt like he could talk to me that way,
You really
right?
felt like, bro, I would drag you inside here. Like, you're going to need to call please call your partners, bro. Because I'm telling you, there's a reason why every single time they pull you over, like, most of the time, they call, like, 3 different cars for, like, backup.
Yeah, he called
because
for backup
it's people
afterwards.
like me, like, you're going to need backup, bro. Like, you can talk. You think you could talk a certain way? But then it's hard because then you have a kid and it's like you have a lot to lose.
Oh no, then assaulting a police officer.
I'm so like that's a blessing. I'm telling you, it's a blessing because it's what restrains you from wanting to hurt these. I'm telling you, I don't like cops. I don't like them. I don't like cops. And the reason why is because you have dickheads like that think that they could talk to people, and then it's like you can't argue with them.
And what's crazy
because
is
they could literally make you a felon.
You was a police.
Yeah, nah, I don't like them. I don't like them. They're arrogant. They think that they could talk to you a certain way because they have a badge on. I don't really support any of them.
Well, everybody sees it. Everybody see that I think to him going on. He, as you see,
he's a dickhead, bro.
He try to get that in there on constant basis. Yo, you turning in, you threw your strobes on. No, I did not. I had my strobes on the whole time. You ain't gonna try to get me impersonating police. You hit me with the ticket, $179 for, turning in wrong or whatever.
It's worth it. Just pay for that and just be about your way, dog. I'm so different. I'd have been like, who you bullshitting?
What I'm saying, because we had an argument about this.
Hey, bro, I guarantee you.
Now that you see the video.
Take your gun off your hip and then take those cuffs off your hip and then take the taser and also and then take the pepper spray off your hip and then see if you can talk to me that type of way.
Yeah.
See if you can talk to me that type of way. When you're not in your uniform, see if you can talk the same way.
You already know.
They wouldn't.
You already know, Mo. It's your boy DJ Hec 1. It's your boy King Lewis up to the right.
I don't like cops.
Yeah.
I don't like. If you a cop and you watching this, bro, I don't like you.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I don't like you.
I get it, bro. But you not all cops. I don't think all cops are like
I don't like any
up
cops
like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like any cops.
But yo, we out of here, baby. Peace.